Victorian Opera acknowledges the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connections to land, sea and community. We pay our respect to their elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples today.
Welcome to Victorian Opera's 15th birthday celebration. I am Elizabeth Hill Cooper, CEO of Victorian Opera. I also welcome Tyson, our Auslan interpreter for today's celebration. Thank you for joining us, Tyson. Welcome to my home in Kinglake, Victoria. You join me live from my home office here, and I have blonde hair and am wearing a pale pink shirt. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting. I pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, and to the elders from other communities. We have several announcements to make at this broadcast this evening, but let's hear a message from Victorian Opera's Patron-in-Chief, Her Excellency, the Honourable Linda Dessau, AC, the Governor of Victoria.
It's a pleasure for me as Patron-in-Chief of Victorian Opera to be wishing the company a very happy 15th birthday. Now, I know the teens are usually considered a difficult time. Well, not so in your case. You have matured well with assurance and clear direction, already established as a major contributor to the operatic landscape and home to a vast pool of musical talent and creativity. Can I particularly congratulate you on the outstanding achievement of 32 new Australian commissions in the last 15 years. That, and your educational and youth programs, help to ensure that this magnificent art form will continue to flourish. I have a fond personal connection with you as well. My attendance at your concert performance of Bellini's I Puritani on the 2nd of July 2015 was in fact my very first formal event as Governor on the day just after my inauguration, a very happy memory. Thank you to the board, the artistic and administrative staff, all the brilliant musicians and singers, and the generous philanthropists and donors who've contributed to Victorian Opera's success. Together, you've made and you continue to make such a significant contribution to our state's rich cultural life, bringing joy to so many thousands of us, as well as to visitors from interstate and overseas. Thank you too for your virtual program across these difficult months. Of course, we all look forward to a safe return to live performances. But in the meantime, I wish everyone connected with Victorian Opera a very happy 15th birthday.
Today, I am joined by Genevieve Overell, our Chair, AC, and Richard Mills, AC, our Artistic Director. Richard is beaming in from Adelaide, where he's there preparing his opera, Summer of the 17th Doll, for our wonderful colleagues at State Opera of South Australia. Check out their website for performance details. We are thrilled that in these challenging times, our sector is slowly recovering and moving towards presentation of our much cherished art form. The first of our announcements goes a long way towards this recovery. In 2018, I met Michael Stubbs and Malcolm Roberts, two gentlemen who were keen to support an emerging artist in their studies and development of the art of opera. Fast forward to 2020, and we now have their support to offer a singer or singers ongoing employment to fully immerse themselves in a professional environment and hone their skills under the guidance of the expertise of Victorian opera experts. But now, I invite Genevieve to outline in detail and scope this support. Thank you, Genevieve.
I'm Genevieve Overell. I have brown hair and glasses, wearing a white blouse and seated with a window behind me. It's been my great privilege to lead the board of Victorian Opera since 2018. During this time, Victorian Opera has been recognised as a member of the National Performing Arts Partnership by the Australia Council for the Arts, an accolade of the highest order. On Victorian Opera's 15th birthday, I wish to acknowledge the unstinting verve, talent and commitment of our Artistic Director Richard Mills AM, our wonderful Chief Executive Elizabeth Hill-Cooper, her talented team, and especially my board colleagues whose collective efforts underpin the flourishing of this company. Coinciding with our 15th birthday, I am delighted to share with you a wonderful new addition to Victoria's cultural landscape, the Stubbs and Roberts Opera Prize. Let's hear now from Michael Stubbs and Malcolm Roberts.
Well, good evening. And first, we'd like to say thank you very much to Victorian Opera for allowing us to have the opportunity to announce our special prize, the Stubbs Roberts Opera Prize. I'm Michael Stubbs.
And I'm Malcolm Roberts.
You know, we are great believers in helping and creating opportunity, and in the benefit that we have as people that sit in the audience and admire artists, whether they're musicians, opera singers, theatrical artists. We recognise great ability and opportunity for us in a small way to help perhaps the recipient of this award progress their career to the next level. We've also had great fun along the journey before this presentation. We've had the opportunity to make some great friends already. We had the privilege of meeting Wendy Rechberg, who is in Ballarat, and she introduced us to the delightful Cheryl Barker and Peter Coleman-Wright, who are in themselves outstanding opera stars. And then we had the pleasure of meeting the wonderful Libby Hill, who we have to say, we both really like Libby. She's terrific. So what we would like to do then is say simply that this will be a prize that will be on an annual basis, which it gives us great pleasure to announce. And we look forward very much in the future watching the recipient of this award progress their career, or others to progress their careers. Who knows, we may end up getting another Dame Joan Sutherland. Wouldn't that be great for the nation of Australia? So on that note,
I think it's fantastic just to have an annual prize like this, and for us to be able to watch the various artists progress over the coming years and be able to really shine in an area that they're very passionate about, as are we. And also, in addition,
happy birthday
Victorian Opera. Cheers.
Thank you.
Victorian Opera is so excited to partner with Michael Stubbs and Malcolm Roberts to launch the Stubbs and Roberts Opera Prize. It will be awarded in 2021 to emerging artists to assist them in developing their operatic careers through specialised coaching, mentoring and performance. The $50,000 Opera Prize will enable recipients to work in residence with Victorian Opera as part of the performing company. This will include opportunities to perform in productions and recitals, receive private coaching from Victorian Opera's Artistic Director Richard Mills and the company's music staff, and mentoring with an Australian singer of international renown. Applications for the Opera Prize are now invited and will close on Friday the 30th of October. Please head to Victorian Opera's website for details. Before I hand over to Maestro Mills, may I wish the whole Victorian Opera family joyous congratulations, and long may we continue reimagining the potential of opera and musical theatre for everyone. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Genevieve. Opera is a very complex art form. It's always throughout its history being a locus of civic pride for the communities for and in which it is made. My task as artistic director of this wonderful company is the curation of talent, creative talent and performing talent. My duty is to enable us to speak for and with our community in all its diversity. We do the classics, Salome or 4 Bellini operas, for example. We have a special emphasis on youth with the appropriately named Voice Victorian Opera Youth Chorus Ensemble. We've commissioned 32 pieces in the 15 years of our existence. And all this is underpinned by the very firm belief that what doesn't change and grow and respond to the community will die. We also place a very, very important and weighty value on the joy of discovery. Our art form is one of rich tradition. But this is not the only tradition. Of course, our traditions reach right back to the 1500s. But our First Nations traditions are also rich. So rich that it's incumbent on us to share them, to embrace them together in this wonderful country we both share. So it gives me very, very great pleasure to announce our commission for next year, a new opera called Pawong Lifts the Sky, composed by Short Black Opera's artistic director, Deborah Cheetham. This is an opera based on the Wutherong dreaming about a new dawn, about the sacred and beautiful song of the magpie who lifts the sky for mortals so that they can enjoy the light. I think a particularly appropriate subject, celebrating light and song and the magic of song after the rather dark tunnel we've been through recently. So in this wonderful synthesis of cultures, we have, I think, something very special to celebrate. And gives me great pleasure now to introduce the composer of Pawong Lifts the Sky and the artistic director of Short Black Opera, my dear colleague, Deborah Cheetham. Thank you, Deborah.
Hello, I'm Deborah Cheetham, and I'm so excited to be part of the 15th anniversary celebration for Victorian Opera this year. To be composing a new work is always a thrill, but in particular to be working on Pawong Lifts the Sky, a beautiful creation story from Wutherong country, is a particular honour for me. You know, my link to Victorian Opera goes back, well, my personal link to Victorian Opera goes back right to the very beginnings. You see, my partner Tony and I, we went on our first date to a very early production by Victorian Opera, Noise Flood. There we saw a very young Olivia Cranwell singing the role of Mrs. Noah. And right at that moment I knew this was a young person that I would like to work with in the future. 5 years later, and the premiere of Pecan Summer came along, and of course we cast Olivia in one of her first professional stage roles. Alongside her, the wonderful Carlos Barthanas. So the links between Short Black Opera and Tony and myself and Victorian Opera are very strong and deep, and we say congratulations on your 15 years and how much we're looking forward to producing Pawong Lifts the Sky for audiences who've come to love and know and trust the Victorian Opera. All the best.
Thank you, Deborah. We're so looking forward to working on this wonderful subject with such a talented group of singers. The majority of the cast will indeed be Indigenous, but such fine voices. And with Deborah's wonderful poetic music, I'm sure we're in for something very special. I now have the pleasure to hand back to our CEO, Elizabeth Hill-Cooper. Thank you very much, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Richard. Our final announcement today is one the whole company, from its commencement in 2005 under the music director, the late Richard Gill, and founding general manager Anne Frankenberg, should be immensely proud of. Over our short but very vibrant 15 years, Victorian Opera Company has developed, and in most cases presented, 32 new Australian works. All our teams of composers and librettists herald from Australia, defining the incredible talents across our nation. 4 of the works in development, including Pawang Lifts the Sky, that was announced just now, will be seen in our 2021 program. To celebrate this outstanding achievement, we have created a book titled 32 over 15, Victorian Opera's Commission Works 2005 to 2020. The book is now available on our website for download, and additionally, should you wish to purchase a copy, please use our pre-order request via the website. We are able to reimagine the potential of music and opera for everyone, thanks to the generous assistance of the Australia Council, the State Government of Victoria through Creative Victoria, and our long-standing partnership with the Salzer Foundation. We thank our trusts and foundations, patrons and corporate partners, and for their ongoing support, especially our Artistic Directors Circle. And finally, I would like to acknowledge the Victorian Opera staff and board, who over the past 6 months have worked tirelessly to ensure that our work is not forgotten and our artists, technicians and creatives are supported both financially and artistically. Thank you. That concludes the formal part of our birthday celebrations this evening. But before I finish, I would like to raise a glass and ask that you join with me to wish Victorian Opera a very happy birthday. May there be many more. And like any confident teenager, Victorian Opera has a lot to say. Cheers.
I'm Jane Hemstridge, and for 8 years it was my privilege to serve on the board of Victorian Opera, the last 5 of those as its chair. As Victorian Opera celebrates its 15th birthday, there's so much for the company to be proud of. Its unwavering commitment to musical excellence, its innovation not only in the presentation of new works, but the fresh approach it brings to things in the established canon. And finally, its work with young people and its reach into the whole of the state of Victoria. Happy birthday, Victorian Opera, and may there be many more.
Hello, my name is John Sharkey, and I'm the chairman of the Robert Salzer Foundation, which has been the foundation partner of Victorian Opera since VO's inception 15 years ago. And I'm thrilled to be able to say many happy returns, Victorian Opera. Thanks for the wonderful moments of the last 15 years, and may there be many more ahead.
Hello, I'm Anne Frankenberg and I was the first General Manager of Victorian Opera. In January 2006, Richard Gill and I set up Victorian Opera's first office in the Arts Victoria Tea Room, and from there we auditioned 300 singers, planned the first 2 years and finally found a home at Hawley Hall. It was a dynamic first few years, and I'm proud to continue to see the focus on Victorian artists, education and innovation that was established as part of Victorian Opera's DNA from the very beginning. Victorian Opera, you were a demanding and beautiful baby, and it's wonderful to see you as a confident teenager and part of Victoria's arts landscape.
Happy 15th birthday, Victorian Opera. I remember as a young graduate about 15 or 16 years ago graduating from the VCA and thinking how exciting it was that there was a new state opera company coming that we could potentially work for, and who would have thought 15 years later that I've had such a wonderful long association with the company, and there's a company that is so willing to produce an opera like Salome in its 15th year. Happy birthday and have a great night.
Hi, this is Amelia, costume assistant. Happy 15th birthday, Victorian Opera. Cheers.
Richard, Libby, and all of our friends at the Victorian Opera. Happy birthday. 15 years young, that's a crystal occasion, I think, for all of you. We're so proud to be your partners. We're so proud to have been part of the journey that you've had to this point, and the work that we do together is an immense source of joy, happiness and celebration for all of us here at the TSO. All the very best for the 15 years to come. We can't wait to see what unfolds in your story and journey next, and then the 15 years after that, and after that again. All the best. Have a wonderful celebration. Cheers from Hobart.
Happy 15 years, Victorian Opera, and thank you so much for being around for the world Australians and Victorians. Cheers.
I'm Nicolette Frayon, Artistic Director of Orchestra Victoria. For 15 years now, Orchestra Victoria has been a proud performance partner to the Victorian Opera. Since your inception, we've worked together in many a pit and on a whole variety of stages. We've also been avid admirers of your work as a major artistic force in the promotion of Australian artists, of Australian work, and as a mentor to so many in an art form that we all love across this state. So it's with great pleasure, on behalf of all at Victoria's Orchestra, to all of you at Victoria's Opera Company, I say happy birthday, and may we celebrate many, many more together in the coming years. Happy birthday.
Wishing you all a very happy birthday. I love you guys. You're the best, most friendly opera house in the entire world, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye bye.
Happy birthday, Victorian Opera. Wishing you a glorious, glorious birthday and a glorious, glorious future. Toi toi.
My name is Meg. I'm a member of the stage management team. Happy 15th birthday, Victorian Opera. Cheers.
Happiest of birthdays to Victorian Opera. Almost 15 years ago, Victorian Opera gave me my first ever contract as an opera singer, and it's been an absolute joy to be involved and watch it grow into the company that it is today. I can't wait to see what the next 15 years and beyond hold. Happy birthday.
Cheers. Cheers.